Vince Regis and Jerisa Camacho. Good morning, and thanks for joining us in the KUAM News Link Zoom room. Long
Morning,
time.
good morning.
Long
Manalas
time.
Jesus.
Yes, Bananas Azulis. Vince, we'll just catch up real quick before we get into why you're on the show. But what have you guys been up to? Because there haven't really been, and it's funny because when I think of Inetnon Gef Pago, I just think there's a lot of events that we end up at together, whether I'm hosting or you guys are performing or I'm just watching. But sadly, there haven't been a lot of events lately. So what has IGP been up to? I guess.
Yeah, well, just like everyone else, just all transitioning, right? I mean, this thing really hit us hard, just like and especially in performance. We were performing 5 nights a week at the Sheraton, plus all the community performances, plus releasing music. So we were really kicking butt right before pandemic, and then of course when everything shut down, it kind of put this kind of gray area on the group. So we've really just been recalibrating and trying to figure out how to reimagine what performance looks like. And so we've been doing a lot of stuff online. We've still been asked and requested to do some performances live or virtually to many of the festivals that kind of shifted to online platforms. So sometimes the rest will say that, we'll know that we will wake up or we will have a performance at 4 a.m. for a festival in Croatia when we're supposed to be in Croatia, or 11 a.m. or 11 p.m. for an international conference, women's conference. So we've been asked to do those things, but it's all been kind of small and just kind of safe. Trying to figure out what next. I mean, we have a lot of great things coming up in January, but the last few months, we haven't really done much performances. We did do something. Our first live performance in a long time was at the museum for Independent People's Day, and so that was kind of nice. The president, shout out to the president of DCA and a good friend Melvin Wongpatbora for allowing us to or inviting us to do something for that event, for their small event. So yeah, we're okay. I mean, we're just trying to figure it all out, just like everybody else. But what we know for sure, and what we're really trying to do is just to keep culture and culture education and performance arts relevant and still reachable to people that still want it. And I think that's one of the balances that we have in today's crazy pandemic is the arts and music and song and dance. So trying to make sure that we give our people some sort of spaces, right? So if you check out our Instagram and social media pages, we're really other social media pages, we're really active there. So, and we've been just, again, trying to do what we can considering the restraints that we have today. But thanks for asking.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. Dresses, so how do you kind of stay sharp, if we're not having as many performances?
Well, we do have some practices every week, so I'm able to stay fit that way. But yeah, I think keeping up the motivation is a little difficult, but with Sign of Rages over here, he always tries to encourage us and get us, even with our social media too, is a big way for us to keep active. And it encourages us to keep dancing, keep motivating ourselves to continue on with life.
Right, that's great to hear, Vince. And when we talk about continuing on with life, you guys are definitely making big plans for 2022. As the reason you're here is you're doing a call out for a 2022 trip to Dubai. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. So, we haven't traveled internationally since pandemic because all borders are closed. But what many of the festivals and many of the countries are doing is they're trying to move into, again, either temporarily into online platforms or into some sort of fest or some sort of face-to-face. An example would be there was a festival in Bulgaria, and what they did was they ended up bringing just a few people to their festival. So it was couples. This time we were invited by the Royal Opera House of Oman, these guys are. It's an amazing theater, amazing platform. And we were invited to go there in February to bring a small group. And we thought we try it. When we looked at the travel restrictions, the only thing that they're requiring is vaccinations and or approved vaccinations, and U.S. is approved vaccinations is on the approved vaccination list, as well as negative COVID tests. But it is a small group, so we wanted to try to start off small. But the opportunity again is it's amazing because the stage is world class. It's a world class theater, tons of investment and money that's going to be going into that goes into the theater and the space. So we're really excited. Teresa went there right before COVID 2019, and then we in January, I believe, and then in March we of course our first case. So we haven't traveled in a while. So yes, this will be our second visit to Oman and Dubai. So so really exciting times. And now we wanted to open it up because instead of just making it just about Inetnon Gef Pago, let's see what we can do to bring in a delegation that would like to participate. And of course, so we invite anybody who's interested, wants to get out of the island, is vaccinated. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I mean, you know, okay, again, this is the requirements of Oman or any place in the UAE. You have to be vaccinated, approved vaccinations, and as well as negative PCR test before we travel, 72 hours. But yeah, it's exciting.
So
hopefully this will be a good start.
So you're looking for 12 people, right? Do they have to be all cultural performers, singers? Because, you know, Jason, he does a real mean, you know, Running Man.
Say, yeah, Jason.
You know,
I don't know. Is there an age?
versed
Because Cabbage Patch, she's got a mean Cabbage Patch, man. I tell you, bro. Dubai, you ain't seen nothing yet. You seen the stork? You ever seen the stork giraffe dance?
Washing machine.
Hey, we can incorporate the Running Man and Cabbage Patch. All we got to do is just mix in little Janet Jackson with JD Crutch. That's all we got to do. Somehow figure out a way to mix in Janet Jackson with JD Crutch. I think there's a possibility. Yes, 12 members. You know, just come up. We have our call out this Friday. University of Guam Fine Arts Theater. We'll be outside. Shout out to the University of Guam, who has allowed us to use their use their facilities for practice space. The College of Liberal Arts and Social Science class. We practice there every Friday. Again, there's a minimal group of us that are continuing to just trying to redefine and reimagine again how this all looks like moving forward. And people like Jeressa, who since the pandemic has still continued to be active. So we're so grateful for those people that would still want to keep our culture relevant today. So it's really cool. But yeah, 12 members. Running Man preferred, Cabbage Patch accepted.
Vince, no, I mean, in all seriousness, now, if I'm looking to attend this call out, what should I be prepared to do? Is there going to be like a recital, or do I got to dance, or?
Well, we're basically gonna be running rehearsals as if it's just rehearsals. We take your name, you take a look at it, you're if you're able to you feel like it's something you want to do, then you just kind of jump in, and then we go from there. Now, of course, if there's more than 12 interested, then we would have to go through a selection process. But right now, we're just opening it up. We're seeing who's interested, because it is a weird time. It's hard for us to call out, make an audition, or actually call out to be selective. So we'll see. And then based on whatever we have and the interest we have, then we'll figure out how to make the show work. But it's a really light schedule. The wonderful thing is that it's the Royal Opera House of Muscat, Oman, as well as there is the Dubai Expo happening at the same time. So that's why we will spin off of going from from performing at the Royal Opera House, moving on to performing for the Dubai Expo. So it's really exciting times, really exciting opportunity for us.
Right on. Jeressa, let me just take it to you before we let you go. I want you to speak to the youth because I think you're a great example of just IGP. And I mean, there's been a lot of great young people who've come through this program and have gone on to represent, the culture, the language, because of the things they learned with IGP. So let's hear your pitch out there. You want to call out? Let's hear you do a call out.
All right. So we're gonna do a call out here for what do you call it? For Inetnon Gef Pago's Oman and Dubai trip coming up next year in 2022, which is still pretty close. So I'll just go ahead and give examples of the trip that I went on before pandemic, to hopefully get everyone inspired or excited for this sort of new trip. to the Middle East and UAE. There's a different culture there that you would be able to get to experience. And the Royal Opera House itself and performing on stage is amazing. And you should take this opportunity if you are a performer in any sort of way, like a musician or dancer or a singer. Really, this is a great opportunity for you to get back into those performing shoes after pandemic, or at least towards the end where we are more safe and secure to travel. Dubai is also a very beautiful place. The architecture is amazing to experience. And again, traveling with Inetnon Gef Pago, you're never bored. There's always a lot of things to do, a lot of performances to complete and to make. And, you feel a lot of accomplished when you go on these types of trips. So I look forward to seeing everyone who shows up for call outs.
I think the other side of that too, it's just an amazing honor, right, to represent Guam on this particular stage. Wouldn't you say, Vince?
Absolutely. I mean, this is one of the biggest theaters, most prestigious theaters in the world, and being asked by the royal family to come out and or the organization of the royal family, right? So we didn't get a sheik to personally call me, but we did. but being asked by the organizers of this festival or the organizers of this event to come out and perform all the way from here. I mean, the experience. I mean, we have, like, just earlier we are talking about the Afghan refugees, and I think this is a great opportunity. Of course, in UAE, which we know is safe and very wealthy, but it's a way for us to understand the culture that's around in the area. So it's going to be really. It has been a great experience, and we hope that this will be again a segue into many more opportunities for us as an island.
Well, Vince, let us know if we can help any time down the line, and then also let us know how Jason's rehearsal went. Okay, his Saudi is ready.
Yeah, and when you guys get there, we look forward to maybe even doing a live interview with you guys while you're there.
Yes, Bree. Let's talk.
Yeah.
And tell Chris, let's talk. I'd love to be able to figure out ways to continue this journey with you guys.
Definitely.
And figure out a way to share it with our island.
Right.
Okay,
on.
Sounds great. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
Thank
I
you.
know. Gotta go. Got school. Okay, later, Mike. Okay, right on. Okay, Dressa.
Superintendent's right on.
Right on, Esther. Okay. 7:41. Let's keep it in the KUAM News Zoom room. Go now to the president of the Guam Federation of Teachers, Tim Fedenko, who's joining us in the KUAM News Zoom room here. I'll just give him a sec.
Hello?
Hi, Tim. Hello.
I'm trying to figure out the Zoom video thing here.
Okay, hold on.
Hey. Okay. Got it.
Okay, so Tim Fedenko is the president of the Guam Federation of Teachers, and we did want to bring him on relative to what we were talking about earlier, Bree, with this letter that came out from